lovely boys and lovely girls. Welcome back to the vlog. The day has finally come. I'm leaving Boulder tonight. I'm about 75% packed up and ready to roll, heading to Denver for the next couple days, staying with my aunt and uncle there before meeting my dad, and then heading out to Steamboat and then Nebraska, and then driving back to Idaho. So it's gonna be a really hectic next week, but it's fun, it's exciting, it's a change of pace, and but yeah, it's bittersweet, it's over, but I'm sure I'll be back in Boulder in the future. First, I just had a really awesome podcast conversation with Clare Gallagher, the 2016 Women's Leadville 100-mile ultramarathon champion. She also placed 5th overall, including, like, you know, in the entire field. And she's a super cool chick. She's she graduated from Princeton, has published a research paper on coral reefs, and I was really excited to sit down with her for a podcast yesterday, and I recorded a quick little video interview, which you can see right here. So I'm just here with Clare Gallagher, the 2016 Women's Leadville 100 champ. Killing it. We just wrapped up an awesome podcast.
It was so great.
Yeah.
Jackson is a great interviewer, you guys. You should listen to all of his podcasts. He didn't tell me to say this either.
So I loved your sort of mentality about not taking yourself too seriously, because I feel like a lot of athletes that are at whether it's the pro or like amateur, they just assume that they have to be kind of going all in and really like hyper focused and obsessed and, you know, counting calories and tracking all their miles and everything. Maybe can you talk a little bit about that, like sort of how, I mean, because obviously you won one of the, you know, US's big races. Do you feel like that has been part of your success in terms of doing well?
Yeah, I think like having that type A or anal retentive side to you, that's fine. I have it, but it just has to be this like thin foundation, and then it can't dictate your life. Yeah. So for example, like I log my runs, like I have a training log and whatnot. I'm just not, you know, insanely intense about it. Yeah. I'll notice or I'll log if I'm feeling low on energy, like, oh, am I eating enough? You know, am I eating too many Sour Patch Kids? Like,
I had 5 Snickers bars this morning for breakfast. That's probably not a good idea.
Yeah, a whole bag of corn chips. But yeah, and it's like, but everything, you know, if you keep it low octane, then you don't have any big blow-ups, right? So just being methodical is very different from being anal about things, right? Like, you know, there's a fine demarcation line between committed and you can be obsessed versus like insufferable to be around. Yeah. No one wants to be around someone who's like, I can't go to that restaurant with you because I need my acai bowl.
Yeah, exactly. And so like, and enjoying the process. Like, I feel like a lot of people kind of, they think too far down the line and they're just so focused on that end goal, which is great, but they don't enjoy the process, and they don't allow themselves to really revel in that experience of waking up at 4 a.m. to go climb a mountain. Yeah. You know? And so like, what for you, I guess, like for a piece of advice maybe for someone, what's a great step to take to really enjoy that process and not take yourself too seriously?
Yeah, I think letting go. And so with the idea of planning, say, an adventure, whether it's a 14er or a mountain training or a weekend training in the mountains, it's like, okay, ideally planning is great. So, you know, pack some stuff in a cooler for your mountains where you're training 3 months or 3 runs in the mountains. But like, crap, you forget the cooler. Don't freak out, you know, like stop at a gas station or a grocery store. Yeah, if you have to eat, you know, like popcorn and trail mix the whole weekend, so be it. The goal is what you're doing. It's not, to me, it's not what I'm eating, it's what I'm doing.
Yeah, and that's what we were just talking about.
Exactly. And so, you know, in any given like 20-mile training run, I'll have my pack and I have what's in my pack, and so I might have some gels. I always have Sour Patch Kids because they're super cheap and
great
calories. Yeah, and it's fun, you know. And then it's always super fun to share fun things, you know. So it's not like, oh, I have this like special meal that's just for myself. Like that's not the point of mountain adventure and at least doing what I like to do. It's sharing. It's being a community. You know, if someone forgets their lunch, it's like, okay, guys, we got this. You know, leave no man behind.
And one thing that really quick, I know you have to go coach some little kids, but one thing we didn't touch on the podcast that I would like to hear your thoughts about is like the community aspect of ultra running. I know you're part of the Rocky Mountain Runners. I've gone on a few runs with them before, and like it's just a blast. Like, has that been a super important component of your training and lifestyle?
It's super, super huge. Training with a group of people, whether it's the awesome people of Rocky Mountain Runners or any group, where, you know, it's just like some random people you meet up with because you like to do the same things but you have nothing in common. That's what's so beautiful, because you just are focusing on your similar shared goal of adventure and having and being able to sort of lose your ego. You know, this isn't about me, you. It's about us. So, you know, slowing down for someone on a training run like Rocky Mountain Runners doesn't drop people. And obviously I don't do that every day. I go hard on my own a lot of times, or with similar speed training partners, but just the idea of community and you know, enjoying meals after runs together or beer or whatnot. That's the whole point. Like
I saw you guys running down Sunshine yesterday, and you guys were just like laughing and yelling and like I feel like a lot of people just get into their own mindset and they're just like tunnel vision. I'm gonna go out training by myself. And you know, same goes with cycling or any other sport. I think it's really important to find your community and connect with other people that are like-minded with that. So
it's a great way to get burned out if you're always by yourself. I think. I mean, it's so fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Claire.
Thank you,
the podcast, excited to release that. It'll be coming out soon, so stay tuned. And best of luck with your season.
Thank you. I have lots of food for thought.
Thought for food.
Thought for food.
everyone messes it up. Don't worry. So definitely a really fun conversation. Claire has a ton of energy and is super passionate about running and getting out of your comfort zone. And we talked about all of these things. We talked about her Leadville experience. We talked about how she sort of decided to quit going to medical school and pursue her path of ultra running. And it was, I just felt like we really connected, and it was really timely because, you know, I'm leaving today basically, and we recorded that yesterday. So I'm going to leave a link below to a video that she did with REI that I think you'll really like. And it'll get you pretty stoked for the interview, which will be coming out probably in about a month or so. So stay tuned for that. Really excited. And thanks again to Claire for sitting down with me. That's it. It's done. Boom. Everything's gone. Okay, so I've been moving shit like all morning, getting rid of some stuff. My car is pretty much fully packed with everything I own. I'm not gonna get a chance to do the Q&A today, so I thought I would just give you guys an extra day, because honestly you've been pretty pathetic and like only 2 of you have asked questions. So please leave a question in the comments that you'd like me to answer in the next vlog. I'll just dedicate the entire next vlog to Q&A, so that'll be fun. But got some fan mail, which I'm pretty excited about. Let's see what we got here. So this is from Mallory Serklensky. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm sorry if I totally botched it. Mallory Serklensky. We sent her some stickers, and she sent us these little vegan pins, like little pins made out of bottle caps. Thank you so much. That's awesome. She says, J&A, thanks so much for the sticks. So for my BFF and I will most def take a sick pic. I promise you'll be jealous. Here's some vegan swag from me, thought you would like, from Mal. Thank you so much, that's awesome. I will wear these with pride. Alright guys, I am officially homeless. My car is packed to the brim with all of my things. So yeah, I'm just on my way down to Denver now. I'm gonna meet up with my dad tomorrow and kind of start our little journey and then head out back to Idaho. So it's really cool to be kind of starting the digital nomad life, and I'm really excited to document that process and share that with you guys. So if you have any questions about that, or suggestions on like what you'd like to see me kind of doing in terms of that way of life. But yeah, I'm gonna kind of close things down here. I'm just super grateful for the amazing times I've had in Boulder. It's super bittersweet to be leaving, but at the same time, I'm super excited. It's a really great experience to be able to have the privilege to be doing what I'm doing, and so I can't wait. Don't forget to ask some questions in the comments for the next vlog. I will answer those questions. Basically just the next vlog will be pretty much just a big Q&A. We'll talk to you guys soon. Go eat some plants, get out of your comfort zone, go do some epic shit.